back with another video of Journey. This is a recent game of the same port. This was the game made for the PS3, and this is a PS4 port of the same name. So, pretty much, this is a game that was infamous during its time, and this game has been on generations to come. Aesthetic game that usually has aesthetics is a art style of a game. The only benefit you will have is pretty much walk around a desert for all eternity. Who knows? Yeah. I forgot how to play the controls. I never actually played the game for the first time. I would say that I never did play this game before. I already did play halfway into the game progress, and I never get to play to the ending. I just got this as a free PlayStation Plus item for free. I will say that the game is kind of good. The story is not explainable, but it has some good value so far. This game, 99% of the time, the majority of the time, this game focuses more about the aesthetics and the story rather than the actual combat. The only mechanic in this game is to walk. So the major goal about this game is that you're supposed to go to this mountain with a morning star, and you have to give it from any way possible. Strangely enough, you need to go from the locations of each location. The way I found out about this game was a fact. I just got this for free. As a PlayStation Plus member. The only thing I managed to figure out was this game is decent for what I can tell. Although it's somewhat difficult, all you do is just walk through pyramids, temples, deserts. There's nothing else to say about it. The game is pretty decent from my perspective. That's the thing I always enjoy about the PS4 is that it always focuses more about the games rather than the actual videos. With Microsoft, they always focus more about the television, the Blu-rays, and the behind the scenes. Which I find it. I think that was the problem with Microsoft. But with many cases, they tend to focus more about the gameplay. The only way I even found out about this game was by pure chance. I didn't really know about Johnny. it's a decent experimental game. That's the thing, the controls for this game are kinda weird. That's the thing, with games that focus more about artsy crafts and aesthetics. I guess you could say that I knew about this game during the recent years. The effects are kind of good from my standpoint, and I guess your major goal is try to get any flag. I could assume yes. It has a story, but it has no voice acting. That's the problem with this game. The big problem with this game has no voice acting. Half the time you have to figure out on your own how it usually works. But in all that, I actually want to tell you Happy New Year. Even though it doesn't really matter because years are usually the same. That's the thing. Today is 2017. This is generation 2 of my channel. All of the generation 1 videos are from 2016, and now new videos for generation 2 are going to be added. I will explain how generation 2 works, but you might have to wait till I give some information about how generation 2 will happen. Otherwise, open the next Ucrate. I think. If you want to, now you might be confused how I never managed to put the Ucrate, the Ucrate special, as in the December edition. Well, it's because my local post office. You see, there was no one in the house. So my local post office is going to the December one, this Tuesday. And possibly when this Tuesday comes, I might do the December edition because that's the 7th region. And this is a new year for a different time. John's been doing well, especially. There's been a lot going on with the situation so far. And the only thing I usually have is making new gameplay. I never did the 2016 video, which is the Generation 1 videos. It was usually because I didn't have all the time. There was no other games to showcase. The only thing that prevented me to make Generation 2 videos was honestly the lack of resources to even make. I keep in a short description how Generation 2 works, especially new videos with different methods of the performance how it works. But I check, then the videos you will see in this in the Generation 2 will be added. Not to mention my birthday is on February 23, since I was born on February 23, 1997. So my birthday is coming up next month, but now we're in January. So by any odds, if you guys want to send me some gifts, want to show some support, you're more happy to do so. I did that. I think it's gonna be there for this year. Now, there's nothing special going on. Um, um, the only thing I have for this year is to guess put more content. Maybe try to act some major gaming companies for such as Activision. You never know. Surprisingly, the environment in this game is kind of decent. They put some effort into the style and the lighting and the physics. Really well done. The only reason I'm speaking in monotone because there's nothing hysteric or hysterical about this game. I really do is just walk around. As the title says, it's just a flying non-simulator. If I have any auto commentary to put in this game, it has to be the fact that you're a protagonist that's running around the desert. And all I really do is just explore. And the game could take some aspects from creativity wise. It's actually so great to just walk around and away about combat. It will be good, but the only major complaint is the lighting. Sometimes you can't really see your character. It does make it more difficult to maneuver. The music, kind of decent from what I can tell. I would say the reason why I haven't played this game for a while because I've been busy with so many dreams that there was a lot to maneuver from time to time. There were so many games I have in mind that I had to set up for the Duke Nukem release. also this match will be a one-shot video. I don't plan to make a multi-part series. It's not really necessary to make multiple parts. I mean, the whole time, you could see the ending on YouTube. And it's really simple to find videos on the ending on YouTube. So there's no actual need to actually watch Aion play. It's just a simple game of 1-on-1 the desert. That's that. I can't negotiate with the game developer, but graphics wise, it's actually the visuals are more highly detailed and they put effort in aesthetics. I would say that sometimes this game could be short. If you have the hard time, the game could be beating AS than multiple minutes. The only reason it takes 2 days for me to finish is because I heard this game was on the PS3, and it was true. It was on. But anyway, this was a recent port of the same game. And surprisingly, I never heard about this game. I tried to get on a PS3, but I didn't have that price. I only managed to get on a PS4 because the price scene was almost too pitch perfect. I didn't have to pay for it because I was a member of PlayStation Plus, so I was make the whole gameplay experience more simple. I guess you could say there are some collectibles in this game, but half the time you have to explore. That would be someone to Tamagasumi. And I mean when I would get the collectibles when it comes to games that are made well. But there's usually a time and place where it has to be probably at the main. Interestingly enough, one thing I would do for the future is try to make some gameplay videos for the iPhone. So what makes Generation 2, what I would do different in Generation 2 is try to import some gameplay footage from the iPhone and put it on a video. I think because the biggest problem with Generation 1 because there was so many. Is that there was so many videos dedicated to PS4. I mean, granted, there are DC games for the PS4, but I think I need something to expand. The actual problem with the Dialog is that I might need a video capture link, because since I have the iPhone 7, trying to get footage from that device would take some dedication. And I will say that the amount of work it takes to get over there would take me on. No reason I'm trying to trying to expand my channel is it easy will make the channel more fresh and not repetitive. Uh, and try to impose the footage. Not to mention try to get some video from the VDS, as in from Capture Kitty. But the point is that I get a video driver for I mean, it's difficult to get a capture device for the iPhone because I think what happened is that ever since I got the iPhone 7, I was not able to record it. That was the biggest flaw with Generation 1. Wait, what? You could get hit, but you can't die. In reality, this game is nothing but a walking simulator. Half of the time is they put some detail into the game in general. Wait, you could actually use? I never knew you could actually use one of your frags. Presentation wise, it actually does a great job with the visuals. As the gameplay is actually more balanced than actual. Not to mention, there's also a quick fact that this game was on there used to be a Journey home space for PlayStation Home on the PS3, which was dedicated to Journey. But ever since PlayStation Home was out of commission, and not many people were able to get handheld. It was a cool console. Had 4 screens. But I always say that the biggest problem is that Well, it's great that you enjoyed the game. Sometimes the game could be entertaining for some people. Sometimes the biggest problem is that the story is not real. The only thing that's good about this game is that the environment is pretty much handcrafted. I play some games that will focus more about the art of the game rather than the combat, because most of these that was the same with the PS4. I think that was the same with the PS3. Every game was dedicated to artistic aesthetics. Half of the time that PS3 was innovation. People usually utilize the console for creative reasons, and I would think that that was the year where Sony actually allowed indie developers to express their own creative aspects for the PS3 platform. And that was the good part about Sony, is that it was the only company that allowed indie games to be allowed. I mean, half of the games that were made by Santana Mechanical were actually great games that you could have made. And 99% of the time, you could often spec games that are handcrafted creative. You could spec how they actually put more effort into the game series, and that was the thing why Microsoft never understands. They often fail to understand that Sony only cares about the games, and that was a huge flaw for Sony. They seem to only every time I play a PlayStation, half the time when it comes to indie games, they know how to utilize gameplay functions. That was the thing why Microsoft failed to do. When I played the Xbox 360, it has indie games, but half of the indie games were made by amateurs. I mean, there are some indie games that are good for as a phenomenon, but the problem is that Microsoft could understand. And the thing is that you have to play online for Xbox Live.
Hey man, how are you?
Yeah, that was the thing with Sony. They actually put more dedication in indie games. And I understand why the PlayStation Vita was so underrated. I mean, shoot, the Wii U was weak-hard, but I never understand why the PS Vita was so underrated. I mean, the PS3, getting a Nintendo, the vintage ones for Nintendo 3DS is actually more difficult. I never wanted to get the new Nintendo 3DS XL because the C-Stick was actually unnecessary. I didn't even see the whole point why they even added C-Stick to the new one. I just wanted to get the XL version, not the new. Because if I really want to get the Amiibo with support, I could just use this, the scan memory card. Because I only have a 2DS, and the thing is that I'm assuming that they only recard it on certain occasions at each store. That's what I'm going to assume. And even then, I just started to assume that I can't even find it. One of the reasons why they didn't have that much of retail. I will say that I've been a PlayStation fan, not a PlayStation fan, but I've been a PlayStation gamer ever since I got my PS2. And most of my memories will share to be games that I will bought. To this day, I usually, back in my days, I usually went games from Blockbuster Store before I went for Close Store. And when I bought my games from Blockbuster Store, I would usually just rent the games, and I would have to buy one. I still have the PS2, and I was planning to record some gameplay footage from that. I just might need a video cassette device, and I might be good to go from this standpoint. Anyway, I will say for 2016, it was actually the worst year for the time. Of course, there was some disappointing games from there, but I also was trying to get the Wii U to play Splatoon. It's also so difficult since I was trying to get some amiibos, but it was also so difficult to even obtain. Any reason, what I'm going to do for 2017 is different from this year. I actually want to add more. I actually want to add more content over the channel. It was not possible with Generation 1, since the resources I actually received was not enough. It was good for the young one, but the biggest problem is I haven't actually get it right away for set, and also the time for recording was also difficult. Hearthstone, it was often a somewhat mid-ish year, but the only reason I haven't even managed to get it set up was because of limitations over my credentials. And I would say that this year for 2017 is gonna be different. The only winter's coming surprisingly, and I might get a break from my job because winter is gonna be coming soon. Now Christmas is over, I'm planning to find the remaining dedications what I missed so far. And hopefully once I become flexible with my schedule, I might be able. And even though the sun's broad, I'm planning for that honest, I might be able to go to the gym, I get to work out, and as my son Bell saying, I cliche 6-packs. Yeah, it may sound stingy for the young one, but there's a reason why. So the only reason I want to gain weight as in gain muscle, I was usually because I need to take care of my health. It's not because I actually want to get for fame. That was unnecessary, but the only reason I want to go to the gym every single day is because during 2015 I had what were chest pains. Now you have to keep in mind, if I did organic, I still have chest pains over my heart. And most of the time whenever I get chest pains, it was a huge issue that I have because the difficulties that I usually have with chest pains was I could even sit away during a presentation that was in Washington State. And 99% of the time, I will often make a use of Batman myself. And I think it was in Washington State. I was in Seattle, and it was in a conference, a convention, and I was making a huge Batman. So I was planning to go to the gym, gain some weight, and make some improvements. Because I often think that I actually need to improvise over my health. And the reason I make a huge announcement on YouTube is possibly I need to improve my lifestyle. Now that 2017 has come up, I need to make a commitment that I would say true. Sometimes I may suck at that, but it usually doesn't matter. The only thing I will possibly do is try to get some resources better and not suck. Because what I'm trying to do is that I'm trying to get some attributes needed for this upcoming year. Because 2016 was a huge mess of a costume, and this year has to be different. So hopefully from 2017, I probably need to go to the gym. It's important for me as I need a huge benefit from this year, and it's better to take care of my health. Now, people might say I'm doing this for fame, but it's actually for health. If you actually think about it. If you actually think about it, actually doing this for the benefit. I will probably, when I'm starting to give you the new year, probably might have to take out the face cam and give you the content without. Might as well give you the footage since this is a new year. Might as well start the new year with an actual commentary.
going. Keep going. Stay here.
I guess this is it. This is the end of the game. We managed to waste our trouble. Or the Martin, to be precise. Right, actually, what do I think about the game so far as a review? It's a decent game. Half of the time, the game is somewhat decent. Most of the time, when you beat the game the first time, there's nothing to it. I guess, but you get ephemeral fright, but I highly doubt that was the case. The achievements in this game are somewhat difficult to obtain. But the game is decent. If you actually want a good break from this game, you could actually try it for sense. The ending, well, every time the game can be slow. I actually never want to make a long play on this game, but I want to talk about the face cam once you guys enjoy the aesthetic of the game without commentary. But that's pretty much it. And that's the entire game about it. It was okay. The visuals of the game were decent. The gameplay, the controls, horizontal. I'm not sure if this is the ending of the game, but that's pretty much the entire game so far. You just shoot into space as a North Star, and half of the time the whole game is just the same. It's just thank you for playing Journey. Okay. So the entire idea of the game is always about exploring, which was the whole point. For what I could tell, this game was pretty much a PS3 exclusive, and now it was on the PS4 as a reboot of a port. I honestly would say that the game was pretty much hell updating. That's why since I got my first PS3 during it was a very decent game from my standpoint. And another thing I could add up is that the music was the same as any Hollywood production value, and it was made by actual talented people who was in it and not. I don't know what else. I was assuming they would make a sequel, but I guess it's a one-shot production. I don't even want to make a part 2 of this because the game could be beaten in, I think, 2 or 3 hours. And in honesty, this game is by far the most simplest game. You don't need to fight or progress in RPG mechanics. You just play the game and it's straightforward. One thing I wanted to note is that this game usually came out. Now, originally I was going to record this on the PS3 with a alternative face cam, but the point is that before the PS4 came out, I didn't have the video capture device for this to record. and it was impossible to actually record gameplay footage from the PS3, so that's what there was a huge procrastination between this one. I was not able to get the support I needed, but now it's on the PS4. I just used to just showcase the footage while on the PS3. And so sometimes Monica is one of those game companies that always put effort into the games. And surprisingly, half of the games, the company what it makes, they really put more effort in the gameplay. So that's that. The only thing I want to note so far is that the game is, you could get the game for yourself. Usually it's in a cheap price. The game is usually bought for the cheaper price of $9.99. The only thing you need to worry about is the console. It's a decent game. It has some flaws, which is the speed. Sometimes the refresh speed could be slow, but this was made in private engine. Never heard of that. But however, every time the game is ready for made. Wait, those are actual players who actually play this game? Oh. Well, if your name is on this, well, if you are a PSN user, if your name is on here, I might find you. That's kind of cool. You actually can make other users who actually play this game in real time. Where we played this the second time. Bang, y'all chicks just gotta beat the same game as before. So anyhow, thanks for watching this video. This is Hyacinus. And my name is Yashik. Thanks for watching.